Hey everybody, welcome to my Suburban Oasis. My name is Soleil and I garden in a zone 6A. What? What am I talking about? USDA hardiness zone maps have just changed, so check it out and see what's happening. I moved from a 5B to a 6A. Anyhow, I just thought I'd share that with you before we take a nice relaxing garden tour. Today we are in a very cold morning air and it is beautiful out, but it is frosty everywhere and I think it's gorgeous, and I wanted to just take a few minutes to show you around the garden and let you see what it looks like when frost falls on so many different plants. Some of them look absolutely gorgeous with frost on them. Frost definitely makes things sparkle, and it can really highlight different patterns on leaves. For example, this raspberry. Now I came out and I planted some of the kale that I had left over near the potager garden because I thought it would look really pretty in these black pots, and it sure does. And just look at what it looks like with the little frost crystals covering it. Another thing that I think looks beautiful with the frost crystals on it are some of the mums, and we'll see those throughout the garden beds as well. And even the barberries, that kind of tinge of silver along with the burgundy glow. So pretty. Another thing right now that I think is looking really beautiful with the frost on it is the Tian Shan 7 sunflower shrubs. Just look at them. The bracts are each individually coated with the beautiful frost of the morning. And it is beautiful, so beautiful. The leaves are beginning to turn yellow on them, and so they will be falling off soon, especially after this hard frost. But I think they look so gorgeous, just glowing in the morning sun. Something else that I think looks exceptionally beautiful right now with the frost covering it is this oak leaf hydrangea. While the leaves are drooping, there's just something about the texture of the leaves and the texture of the spent blooms with those gorgeous little crystals. It really is quite the specimen in the frost. Boxwoods also look really pretty this time of year when they get frost on them or snow that's very light, because it just kind of goes right around the edges. They almost look like a variegated shrub. And look at the heuchera. Those are some of my favorites to see in frost. Simply outlining the edges and then small speckles of little ice crystals in the middle. Just delicate little frilly sides of the heucheras encased in that beautiful frozen water. Now this is the first year that I have seen this fern with frost on it because it was planted in the way back before. But I think it's beautiful the way that it has draped even further and been outlined. It really enhances that small leaf texture that we see on ferns. Another heuchera that looks really beautiful right now is the black pearl and the bilberry hostas along this row. I hope you can see the sparkles that the sunlight is creating off of each little glistening bead, because they truly are gorgeous. You can see the sun coming in through the bushes and those beautiful red berries. It's very still out right now, but the birds are starting to chirp. Now this is not a great variety of sedum to show. This is a pure joy. This one was just replanted this year, but we'll take a look at some of the other sedums that are coming along here because they are beautiful. And while I leave them up for winter interest, they certainly provide gorgeous interest when the frosts come as well. Each and every tiny, teeny seed head has been covered in the most delicate little drops of frost. And it's beautiful. And I think this butterfly bush looks gorgeous too. Just look at that. Draping with this frost on each one of the buds. It looks completely different than it did yesterday in this garden bed. It's so fun to watch the garden change over time throughout the seasons. You can see the glowing barberries. These are the limoncello barberries, and they have turned a bright orange, and now they have been lined with the frost. And the burgundy leaves just drape down on this plant as well, which is a viburnum. And you can really see the leaf texture standing out now. They've actually turned a little bit more of a brown than a burgundy at this point. And we'll probably be losing those leaves shortly. But I really like to enjoy each and every change within the garden, because you lose so much if you put it away in October and say I'm done. Now this was such a deep dark color, this 9-bark. This is a little devil 9-bark, and it has very small leaves on it. And now it's almost white. This 9-bark is a little devil 9-bark, and it was so many different colors of green and red. So I just encourage you to get out in the garden and take a look around, even if it is cold. Some of the things you see might surprise you. This scallywag holly, oh my goodness, isn't that cute how the edges of it are leafed out with the frost. It makes it look like a variegated plant. Even the sweet woodruff stands out and looks a little variegated right now. All right, let's use our new gate, which I love. Here we go, out to the front garden. All of the leaves are now gone off of our burning bush, but we're left with a beautiful structure of branches. So out here, definitely the mums provide a major statement, but even the grass does right now because it's so sparkly, all coated. And I'm going to try to stay off it as much as I can because I don't want to crack it. It's 26 degrees out right now. And these are the tiny wine barks. Aren't those beautiful with the frost on them? So this, mums can be cut back, but this is why I don't do it. Because I think there's so many opportunities to just see beauty from a different perspective as they die back. We've lost most of our leaves now in this garden bed, so you can tell the juniper is really a standout. And I really like how this little mound spirea right here looks. It turned a beautiful orangish yellow, and now with the frost on it is even more beautiful. As we come out into the front garden bed, you'll see that these sedums are standing very tall and holding the frost very well. And backed by that burning color, flame red, those orange rocket barberries are now going from the deep color into a lighter color as they lose their pigment. Just look at the funny scraggly little leaves on this geranium. Looks like maybe the bunny or something came through and ate the tops off. Or maybe a deer. Who knows? We have some cleanup to do in this garden bed yet. As the sun warms up, the frost will begin to drip off as it has on these mums in the front here. I wanted to get out here as quickly as I could so I could show you around and catch this fleeting beauty. This is another oak leaf hydrangea. Isn't that gorgeous with all of the frost? Soon we will lose the leaves on that. The spectacular leaves on the Mount Airy Fothergilla are just about gone now also. And you can see our Verbena bonariensis is still standing tall and provides a beautiful structure. And I'm wondering if it might dry in place. I'm planning to not actually cut this back. So hopefully this will last over the winter, but it looks so dainty and special with all of the little blooms covered in frost, doesn't it? Well, everybody, I hope you enjoyed this quick little tour around the garden. It was fun just to get out and show you around before all of the frost melted off. I know that I enjoyed the beauty of it, and I hope that you do too. We'll see you next time. Bye!